Welcome to our channel. Today we dive into a harrowing story that has sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. The tale of Bill Cosby's reign of terror over countless women. Let's unravel this dark chapter together. Subscribe for more stories like this. Imagine walking into what you thought was an opportunity to meet one of your idols, only to find yourself in a nightmare scenario where you lose control of everything that matters most. That's precisely what happened to so many women who crossed paths with Bill Cosby over the years. His fame, his money, and his power were weapons he wielded against unsuspecting victims. It all began way back in 1974 when Judy Huth was just a 15-year-old girl invited to the Playboy Mansion. She thought she'd have an unforgettable night of fun and excitement. Instead, it turned into a horrific ordeal. As she recounts her story, we hear how Cosby drugged her with alcohol, took advantage of her vulnerability, and sexually assaulted her in a bathroom at the mansion. Fast forward decades later, Judy isn't alone in her suffering. Beverly Johnson, a supermodel who could spot trouble from miles away, was at a party where Cosby slipped her a drink that turned out to be laced with drugs. She recognized what was happening and fought back, calling him names as she escaped his grasp. Can you imagine the fear and determination it took for a woman in her position to stand up against someone like Cosby? Andrea Constand's story is one of many others that paint an even darker picture of Cosby's predatory behavior. In 2004, Andrea visited Bill Cosby at his home under the guise of seeking career advice. Little did she know, this visit would end with her being drugged and assaulted. The aftermath was a long battle for justice, one that eventually led to a civil lawsuit rather than criminal charges due to statute of limitations issues. Cosby's modus operandi remained consistent. He used his fame and influence to silence his victims or make them believe they were the ones at fault. It's chilling how he managed to turn his wealth into leverage, offering educational trusts and cash settlements to women who dared to speak out against him. In 2015, after years of public outcry and multiple testimonies from survivors, a different prosecutor finally decided to bring charges against Cosby based on Andrea Constand's case. The previous agreement that he wouldn't face criminal prosecution was shattered when the new prosecutor used Cosby's own words from his deposition against him. The trial in 2018 brought the dark side of Hollywood into sharp focus. Witnesses testified, and jurors heard heart-wrenching stories of betrayal and abuse. Despite this, justice seemed elusive as Cosby was initially acquitted on technical grounds related to a mistrial. But then came a moment of triumph, when he was finally convicted in 2018 for the sexual assault of Andrea Constand. However, justice has never been easy to come by for these victims. In June 2021, a panel of judges found that Cosby's rights had been violated during his deposition and declared him free from prison after serving just 3 years. The statute of limitations on many cases means that there's little chance of further prosecution. Now, imagine being one of the 60 women who have come forward with their stories, some never to see justice served for the trauma they endured at the hands of a man who used his fame and influence to silence them. What would you do if your path to closure was blocked? We must remember that every woman's story matters, regardless of whether it leads to prosecution or not. Their bravery in speaking out deserves recognition and support. That's all for today's episode. I hope this journey into the depths of Cosby's reign of terror has left an impact on you as much as it did on me while researching and writing about these events. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss another update from our channel. Let's continue to shed light on stories like these together.